We made it to October. I took the reins for this month on the forecast, so buckle up. Who knows what the hell you're gonna get. I'm Shawna. I go by SmartAsstros on the socials. I hate showing my face on camera. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Anyway, my girlies and I make up the astrology collective called Asteri Sofia Kairos. From left to right, we have Janessa of By Jove Astrology, Krista from Practical Astros, Sonia from Celestia Astrology, and Mandy Ray from Ecstatic Astrology. They are incredible. And to watch them work is to watch archetypes and philosophy and magic in action. We drop a new forecast every Wednesday in honor of Hermes. Make sure you like and subscribe, please. We really love doing this work. There is so much happening in October. So many transits. I'm not going to read all these. I love you, but I'm not gonna. You're more than welcome to pause the video, take a screenshot, and dive a bit deeper if you want to. Feel free to reach out if you want to talk about anything. I am going to take just a second and make a shameless plug for our group. Ask recently hosted our second workshop featuring the Virgo Pisces eclipses. We hope with each one of these workshops that we will continue to unfold and increase not only our own knowledge, but help to increase yours too. We do have another one planned for the spring, but right now, both the recordings are available on Ko-fi or Ko-fi or Ko-fi, however you say it. I think it's coffee though. Anyway, they come with an illustrated and a print-friendly version workbook to go along with the recordings and the presentation. Super affordable, just around $20 each. But we really do this for the love and the learning. Go ahead and check them out. Each of us have kind of really different offerings. Yeah, we all do astrology readings, but there's so much involved, and we all have kind of chosen a little different path. But we all have readings available. Everyone's information will be in the show notes along with the link to the recordings for the workshops. Okay, let's get into the first week of October. We're going from the 1st to the 7th. Hopefully everyone is breathing a little bit easier after the eclipses and eclipse season is done. Our sun is in Libra. Are you feeling like you have to do things right now? Like you have to be more agreeable or, I don't know. Me too. But we'll get through it, probably. It's kind of fun. October begins on a Wednesday this week. We see you, Hermes. But yeah, this first week is like all about our boy. Mercury is on the move. We're kicking it off with a square from Jupiter on the 1st. I really kind of love when these two planets have contact. They're such opposites in a lot of ways. But even literally, if you look at the zodiacal wheel, right? Yeah, you've got Pisces opposing Virgo, and you've got Sag opposing Gemini. Gemini and Virgo being the domiciles of Mercury, and Sag and Pisces being the domiciles of Jupiter. But these axes, like hopefully you find some balance between the big idea and the fine details, Or this is where imbalance lives too, depending on the placements. But with Jupiter still in exaltation and the contact being a square causing tension, right? For better or worse. Could we be looking at foregoing the little things for the sake of how it looks to others? With that Libra influence, we probably could. Could we also see some spicy banter with a crush or something? Maybe some overconfidence? Or one of my favorite phrases, analysis paralysis. But Libra is so much more than just a social sign. I mean, connection is a very human need, a Venusian one at that. So I wonder maybe, is there going to be a little more gossip, good or bad? Makes sense with Mercury and Libra. Especially being unable to see a fallen Venus in Virgo. But they do have mutual reception. Venus is in Mercury's sign and Mercury's in Venus' sign. So they're kind of allies, even though they can't see each other, Not long after October 6th, Mercury is going to move into Scorpio. This feels like the kickoff to spooky season. We get a little Mars flavor with this. That also means we lose some of those Venusian qualities that we find in Libra. So where we might have had friendly banter, maybe we have more direct communication. It's not always bad. Clear instructions help lead to clear results. I added these photos here because I like thinking of examples that are very witnessable, that you can really see. And I was thinking about what kinds of things we might recognize when Mercury moves in to Scorpio. And I was thinking about different kinds of music. And so for me, like Nora Jones has an exalted Venus in Pisces. So we have the Jupiter flavor, we have the Mercury flavor, we have the Venusian flavor. She's so Venusian. And anyway, her songs are so low and slow and romantic. And even when they might have a biting quality, they're still gushy, all about connection. So I was thinking about the song called Come Away With Me. And then all of a sudden you move into Scorpio and you're ruled by Mars, but you're still feeling emotional and you're turning up the depths. And one of my favorite songs from them actually is called Uprising. So if you haven't heard of it, like it's good, but it's real high intensity. The lyrics don't, like, the singing isn't super fast, but it's strong lyrics, strong beat, very intense song. And I feel like that's just such a good, visible, like tangible example of what can happen when Mercury moves in from Libra into Scorpio. Check out the song, see what you think, see if I'm right, let me know. Rounding out our week, we have 2 transits happening on the 7th. We get our full moon in Aries, and I giggle because it's spicy. Why is it spicy? Full moons, they bring us unveiling and discovery, and with that, maybe some direction. And the moon itself can represent like your physical body, your emotional body, your environment. And not every full moon is a big deal, but if you have Aries on an angle, so 1st, 10th, 7th, or 4th, you're going to notice it. It's going to be more noticeable and you're going to be able to feel it a bit more. And of course, you're going to want to look at your own chart to figure out the house placement for sure. And, so you know what kinds of themes will come out of the dark for you. And then ending our week, Mercury will then square Pluto. I guess that this week is all about our boy. And just a reminder, the squares are tense. They bring tension. They're of the nature of Mars. Pluto, in some schools of thought, is very evolutionary. And that's its influence, the breakdown and the regeneration of the thing. So for those who are familiar with the tarot, and, maybe you can kind of loosely align that with the tower in concept, but it does make me think of the old adage, what goes up must come down. Those are probably sung lyrics at some point too, but I can't remember its origin. But when we have a connection between Mercury and Pluto, we can see mental passion, fixation even, a leaning toward the macabre, which can be healing and fun, like literally just plain fun. We're in October. Samhain and Halloween and Dia de los Muertos are celebrations that evoke the macabre in people. The thinning of the veil it's very, well, besides being a hot topic this time of year, it's very human to long for and to find nostalgia, in these kinds of things. I think we might see some aggressive archetypes, exaggerated storylines, and the denial of those things as well. I am hopeful though, because it is the closing square, which means it's the last time they have this tense aspect before they conjoin again. So with that, I hope it signals some clarity and some realizations both on the individual level and the larger community. We could certainly use some breakdown and rebuilding right now. So that's the 7th. And really, that rounds out our week. Short and sweet this time. I listed all of our websites here at the bottom. Currently, I don't have one, but you can email me if you're interested in a reading or conversation about astrology. I'm open to tutoring and things too. But all of these ladies are absolutely incredible and have the coolest readings you could think of. But yeah, hit them up. They're amazing and magical souls. So anyway, we will see you again next week where we'll cover a few more transits and yeah, take it easy.